From basement goblin to 5K per month with copywriting. How I started making financial freedom money from copywriting, starting from zero with no experience, no client results, without being a good writer, without knowing anything. But more importantly, I'm not the important person here. You are the important person. How can you do the same? How can you start making 5K per month with copywriting in the next, possibly even 90 days, if you already know how to write copy or you know the basics? So let's start from the beginning. I'm gonna give you like a little backstory, and then I'm gonna give you like an entire roadmap for you to follow, exactly where to go, what resources to go into. And by the way, everything's gonna be free. You won't have to, this isn't like a VSL where at the end I'm gonna tell you, oh, just buy my course, bro. No. I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do for absolutely free. And yeah, so you can do the same. And so by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what it will take for you to get to 5K per month. You're gonna have crystal clear clarity about how to get there. Importantly, you're gonna start making daily progress. So let's start from the beginning. It's 2022 and I had just finished my military duties because I live in Greece, and in Greece you have to go to the army. If you don't go to the army, they're gonna call the cops on you, they're gonna put you to jail, and you're never gonna coming out. Basically fleeing the country, that's what it means if you refuse to go there. So before that, I had passed to the best college of my country, literally the best college of my country, and I felt like I was the fucking G. I felt like I was gonna be making 2K per month in a couple of years after I stopped being in college, and I was gonna be free for the rest of my life. I'm like, yeah, just good job, you know, that's what I was thinking. Get a certification, whatever. And so a couple days in, actually from the first day I went to college, I was literally like, I realized how dependent I was on my parents, which fucking sucked, because I realized that if I wanted to go out with a friend, with a girl, whatever, and I wanted money, or even go to the supermarket, I had to like beg my parents to give me money. I was like, I had to not literally beg them, I was like, hey, can you send me money? Hey, can you send me money? I need this. Hey, can you send me money? I need this. And it's something I didn't want to, I didn't want to be dependent. I wanted to have choice. And this is what I felt like. I felt like a prisoner, you know, but not in a bad way. It wasn't my parents' fault. It's just every 18-year-old, 20-year-old has felt this. So I realized I had basically the same amount of choice as a prisoner, which was non-existent, as you can see here, non-existent. And then one day, I was trying to find like for the better way to make money, like how can I not be dependent on my parents. One way was to become like a waiter or something, to work like an average job so we can start making money. Or, thankfully, like probably that was God, I don't fucking know. My best friend calls me, and he tells me about this one thing called copywriting, explain what it is, and I was like, writing, I suck at writing. This is my first thought. I was having a conversation with my family, and they were telling me that we would never expect you would get to this point, you know, making money online by writing. This is the last thing they would expect me, because writing was always my worst subject. I was always like a math person, but fucking writing and essays was so bad. And I feel like that worked for me, because you're in copy, you don't need to have fancy writing. It's the exact opposite. So he told me about this one thing, and I started doing this, and I literally get so addicted to it. Look at me, this is me. I would literally get so addicted. I was reading sales letter every single day. I was breaking down copy. I was writing copy. I was outreaching, and I felt like I was gonna get, for the first time in my life, I had purpose, right? Because in the past, never had purpose. I was always this little kid, but wasn't good at sports, wasn't good at anything, had no ambitions for life. All I knew was, oh, I'm just gonna go to college, but I didn't even know why I wanted it. So I didn't really want it. It was like other people's opinions and thoughts. It was like somebody else's goal. It wasn't my goal, if that makes sense. So for the first time I ever had purpose, and when I was at this stage, when I was literally getting addicted to it and first got in the game, and saw that everybody was promising you're gonna get to 10K per month in 30 days, I literally felt I was just 1 month away from hitting my first 10K month. That is what I was thinking. So I was like, I secretly stopped going to college without telling my parents and started outreaching all day. But I still had no clients, even though I was outreaching every single day. I was like, imagine this person, I was like an outreach junkie basically. I was outreaching every single day. I wasn't a copywriter, I was an full-time outreacher who wanted to become a copywriter. That's who I was, because I wasn't writing copy for anyone. And most people watching this video, that's what they want, probably you. You want to go from full-time outreacher to full-time copywriter. That's what the transition you want to make. So you can make 5K per month and live the life you want. This is me, in the first days of college, where I was sleeping in a class, literally. Then I kept on outreaching, just like I told you, every single day. And I managed to land my first client, which is this big fitness guy. Maybe you know him, maybe you don't. And I landed this client for like $50 for a couple of YouTube titles, which was pretty insane. I still have no idea how to land this client. It was a cold email. It was so garbage, but I don't even know how I landed this client, but I landed him. So I landed this client for $50 for a couple of YouTube titles. YouTube titles started going good. And then I started imagining all the things I could buy once I pitched this client my 4K per month retainer, because there were so many opportunities for me to help him make more money. Maybe that's something you've realized too. Maybe you're outreach and you're like, bro, if they were to hire me, I would help him with this, I would help him with this, I would help him with that. And you know you can help them make money, but you feel like nobody's giving you the chance. You feel like you just need one chance to prove yourself, and then it's going to be over. It's going to be game over. You're going to be at 10K per month next month. You're going to be driving like a Lambo next week. This is what you feel like. So this is the spot I was in. I thought I was going to be in the Lambo next week, yeah. He not only ghosts me once I told him about the 4K month retainer, about the new opportunities that we could make money on, but he never replies to me again. Not just for the retainer, but also for the titles we were doing. So I had this $50 a month client. I think it was like $50 per 2 weeks. So it was like $100 a month. And then I even had that cut away from me. So I couldn't even do this, literally. And so when I lost the client, I was like fucking devastated. I became like this. I became like this basically, without drinking, of course. I started to think that copywriting isn't for me. I started thinking it was too saturated. I'm not talented enough. Why would they hire me and not that other copywriter in their inbox? Who am I kidding? I can't even describe a window. How will I sell something using words? And this is so true. I told you already, but when I was a kid, I'm still a kid, by the way, 21 years old, I couldn't describe a window, even if my life depended on it. I couldn't describe anything. I couldn't describe this cup of coffee, you know. I would probably say, it's just a cup of coffee. Let me drink some coffee. I was like, subconsciously, who the fuck am I kidding, bro? Who the fuck am I kidding? I can't describe a window. How can I sell something? And I was so discouraged and devastated, but I felt hope. Hope is what kept me going. Hope was kept me going. And then this cycle kept repeating itself for 5 months, which was me. When I say cycle, I mean this idea and this belief that I was going to be at 10K per month next month. I kept on circling through this. I kept going through this cycle for 5 months straight. I was like, okay, last month I didn't hit 10K. This is going to be my 10K month. This month I didn't hit 10K month. I'm going to do it the next month. And this kept on going for 5 months. I was so discouraged, not landing the clients I wanted. That's when it hit me sometime. I was like, something has to change if I want to change my life, which is pretty self-explanatory, right? So I started buying course after course. None of them gave me everything I needed. They were all incomplete. Some of them were giving me like a garbage copy and paste outreach template. Others were giving me like stuff that were already out there for free on YouTube. Others were basically nothing. Others were telling me what I already knew. So whatever course I bought, I felt like none of them helped me really. It just gave me some clarity maybe to start taking the right action and start things differently. But none of them gave me what I wanted, because by the time I invested in these courses, they were too saturated and nobody was able to do this. And that's why in my mentorship, by the way, I give people like almost a copy and paste outreach template that doesn't get saturated, because there's only like a few people in the mentorship, just so I can give everybody my full attention and just so everybody can use this copy and paste outreach methods without, getting saturated. And so, remember, I was in college, so I didn't have the money to invest in the programs. I hear this bullshit excuse all the time. Oh, I'm just a college kid, I don't have money. Oh, I'm this, I don't have money. It's like, didn't have money. I never had money. And so to buy my first course, so I can get to the next level, I made a deal with my family. I've said this before, and I basically told them something like, hey, can you give me this $400? Because that's what the course costed. Can you give me $400? And then if I don't pay you back in the next few months, by summer, it was like 4 months before, if I don't make the money by then, I'm going to work and I'm going to pay you double. So if I don't make, in the next 33 months, if I don't make $400 to pay you back, I'm going to work in the summer so I can pay you $800. So that's what I call the irresistible fucking offer. I was doing copywriting without even knowing copywriting, So I kept on doing what the gurus were teaching me in these freaking courses, and I got even more discouraged because I was in the game for almost a year and I barely had any results to show for my 10-hour work days. Literally, every guru out there was telling me that I was going to reach 10K a month as a complete beginner. That's what everybody tells you. Look at me, I'm fucking garbage. Then I thought, if outreaching for 10 hours a day doesn't work, why not just quit my hobbies, never go out with my friends again, and stop speaking to my family. That is what I was thinking. And why not just outreach for 16 hours a day instead? If 10 hours a day doesn't work, why not do it for 16 hours a day? I thought that if something doesn't work, then maybe more does, which was fucking insane. It's not like you're doing 30 minutes versus 4 hours. There's a big difference here. I was getting even more discouraged. And by the way, look at how I look here. Look at me. I look like a homeless person who hasn't gotten a haircut in a decade because he's too broke to afford it. I look like somebody who, I don't know, acne, fucking everything. I was getting even more discouraged, and I ended up sleeping on the toilet. This was the day that I decided enough was enough. I literally, one day, I wake up, I go to the bathroom because of how tired I was. No, I didn't go to the bathroom because I was tired. But I go to the bathroom and I ended up sleeping for 40 minutes. That was insane. That is day everything changed. Then one day, God finally decides to reward me for my hard effort. I was literally outreaching for like 11 months with barely any good clients to show for. And in October, I managed to land my first real client, which was for $6,000, as you can see in here. And then I landed my second 3K client in under 4 days. So I went from 0 to almost 9K in closed deals. Actually 9K. 9K in closed deals in just a couple of days. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? I thought I'd reach 100K per month in the next 6 months, literally. It was like October, and I was out with one of my best friends at the time. And I tell him something like, bro, I'm already at 9K, and I had other clients with commission deals, blah, 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 blah. And by the end of the summer, which was in 8 months after that, I told him I'm going to be at 100K per month, guaranteed. Little did I know that none of this happened. What they know is that I wouldn't land another client for another 2 to 3 months. Because I remember what I said. I became lucky. God rewarded me for my effort, just hook me in. But I wouldn't land a client for another 2 months because I didn't know the system. I didn't know what works. Because again, all these other courses were incomplete. And so I realized why I wasn't getting the results. Why wasn't I getting the results? And why was I looking like a homeless person? It was because the reason I wasn't seeing results from my outreach is because I was learning from course sellers, not actually copywriters. And there's nothing wrong for you to sell courses. Even I sell courses. But the thing is, I'm still working with clients to this day. So I know what works today. Not 5 years ago, not 2 years ago, today. I'm using this thing to land clients today. So I took all the money I ever made from copywriting, which was from these 2 deals, and decided to join my first 7K month mentorship, not a month, 7K mentorship, learning from an actual copywriter. I literally wired my entire bank account. I was literally left with like $150 because I realized there was something I didn't know that kept me from getting to where I want. And to getting to where I want, which is like the fucking money, Dubai, Bugatti, Lambos, chicks. This is what I thought I wanted. I thought I wanted the clothes, the fucking Rolex, all of this stuff. This was my only choice. I was like, if I don't invest my money in this mentorship, I'm fucking dead or something. There's no chance for me. So I did it. I transferred my entire bank account. And so things started to change for the better. I started closing more deals, but I was still working a lot of hours. And so it wasn't what I wanted. I still wasn't able to get the type of deals I wanted. I still wasn't able to make the money I wanted, and I still wasn't able to work on my own terms, which is something I want for you. That's when I came up with my own process after taking everything I learned, plus after everything I learned from those courses, plus everything I learned from trial and error in the last 3 years, and created a process that allows you to land copywriting clients without you becoming a basement goblin. Unless you want to look like this. If you want to start looking like this, then of course, go ahead and buy the Guru's courses, go watch these free courses, go fucking walk Hamza, I don't know. Do whatever you want, I don't care. But if you want to actually get a good process, the same one allows me to be making 5-10K per month, so I can travel 1 to 4 times per month, as you can see here. Allows me to pursue my passion full time and train like a pro athlete, and even fly internationally. This process allows me to meet other killers in the space. Just like you see here, fucking Benz, killer car. This process allows me to get in a relationship. This is probably my biggest achievement. Allowed me to get in a relationship with my dream girlfriend, believe it or not, because I finally started seeing people out there. I got out of my dark, nasty, stinky basement, like it was, and like 95% of copywriters are. Because like I said, being a basement goblin works against you. It doesn't work for you. So That is kind of like my transformation. This is the same system, by the way, that I'm going to show you at the end of this video. You don't have to pay, by the way. It's the same one that allowed dozens of copywriters to reach 2 to 5K per month inside my mentorship and get to where they're at. Travel, pursue their passions, do whatever they want. Like, some of them are even watching Netflix. I had a student of mine, he told me something like, yeah, Orestes, it's okay. Is it okay if I watch Netflix at the end of each day? I'm like, yeah, you can watch it. Just as long as you don't get, as long as it doesn't become your main source of dopamine and it doesn't screw you off. There's a way for you to do it. There's a way for you to watch Netflix. There's a way for you to do everything without you and still make the money. Others are using the system to pursue their top passions full time, and others are becoming even powerlifters, getting closer to becoming powerlifters. But the point is that I want to prove to you is everyone who used this system that you're now going to get the right way has gotten to multiple 4 figures per month without working more than 2 to 4 hours a day. And now that you got here, what's the real question? The real question is, how can you get to 2K to 5K per month without becoming a basement goblin? Very simple. Just buy my course. I'm kidding. So if you want to learn more about the system, like I created an entire video for it. There's no pitch at the end of it. You just go ahead and watch it. It's called A Copywriting Video More Valuable Than the Guru's Paid Courses. It's going to hand you an entire daily routine for getting to 5K per month this year, guaranteed. If you follow it to the T. If you follow it to the T, no questions asked, not trying to find shortcuts, you're going to get to 2K to 5K per month, guaranteed. There's no reason why you couldn't. There's no way why you couldn't. And my mentorship students are gonna kill me for this. I got some text today actually from my mentorship students. They were like, Orestes, I joined like a week ago and I already have 2 clients even when I didn't have any. And by the way, these aren't free trial clients. There's actual clients, money in the bank account. They were like, bro, please close the mentorship. Don't allow any other person to get inside because the fucking authors things are working and I don't want them to get saturated and blah, 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 blah. It's like so funny, bro. So funny. So yeah, this is what I want to share with you in this video. If you found this valuable, go ahead and watch the video that I told you, the copywriting video more valuable than the Guru's Paid Courses. Go ahead and watch it. And also make sure to like, subscribe, share this one if you want to see more of this. Let's go.